Alright guys, so just a few minutes ago I was extremely close to relapsing. I was actually looking at the stuff. I was looking at it, I was watching it, I was going down that rabbit hole. But I'm proud to say that I managed to escape it. I stopped dead in my tracks and I turned around. I was going down this path and I said, fuck this, I don't want to go down this path, I'm going to turn around, try something else. So what I want to talk about today is how did I do that? How did I manage to start going down a really bad path, stop, and make the decision to not go down that path? And the way I did it was by practicing detachment, practicing indifference, or to put it a different way, simply relaxing. And that's really the most important one, is relaxation. Whenever you get into these bad situations, whether it be your own fault or somebody else's fault, the key to get out of that bad situation is always going to be to relax, to not get panicked, to not get urgent and frenetic and worried and terrified and angry and all these negative emotions. The way you get out of it is by staying calm, by breathing in, breathing out, right? Slowing down your breath, slowing down your rate of thinking. Just breathe, think slowly, and then ask yourself, okay, I don't like this situation. How can I get out of it? And you just ask it in the most nonchalant, relaxed, simple way possible. And once you get yourself to that relaxed state, then it becomes obvious and you see, oh, the exit's right there. I can just walk through the door and leave this room that I don't want to be in. But when you're panicking, when your heartbeat is going through the roof, you're like, you can't see clearly. Like your vision gets worse. You panic, you close your eyes, you tense up, you can't move. You become paralyzed with these negative emotions. But if you just relax, keep your eyes open, look around, you're like, oh, the exit's right there. I'm just going to go through the exit. So that is the key to getting out of those bad situations, is staying relaxed. And I'm happy to say that I was able to do that today, just now. And it's definitely something that I've learned. You know, if I had been in this situation a year ago, 2 years ago, 100% I would have panicked. I would have said things like, why God? Why me? Why did you give me this curse, this addiction? Why? And to me, that was like sort of second nature to have that kind of conversation with God. Like, I love God, I believe in God. So it makes sense for me to communicate with him in those times of desperation. But what I didn't understand back then was that, quite simply, you as a human being are responsible for everything in your life. Everything. Especially the things that are the result of your own actions. So whenever you are dealing with an addiction and you're asking God, like, why God? Why did you give me this addiction? It's like, bro, you are the person that is doing this. If it's drugs, nobody is grabbing the drugs and shoving it into your arm, except you. You are the only person that is doing that. You're the person that is taking the drugs. Nobody else. Nobody's putting a gun to your head and saying, take drugs. No, that's not happening. You're making the decision. And I know it doesn't feel like a decision because it happens so fast. And it's like the neural pathways in your brain, like that pathway, that route has been traveled so many times that it's so easy to just go down there instantly. But at the end of the day, it's your decision. It's always your decision. So I used to go through something similar and I'd ask God, like, God, please help me overcome this addiction. Like, why does this keep happening to me? But no. The question is, why do I keep doing this to myself? And once you realize that you are completely in control at all times, then you can say, oh, I don't have to do this. This isn't happening to me. I'm making the decision, and I can decide to do something else. So really it comes down to accepting responsibility for everything in your life, especially the things that you are doing, your direct actions. And when you do that, addiction kind of just falls away. It falls away because you realize that it's a decision. It's always a decision. And the thing is, my faith in God, my belief in God is actually what held me back. Because if you believe in God, you believe that God is powerful and he can do things in the world. And so you just assume that he's doing this to you. Like if you're suffering, you're like, oh, God is causing this suffering for a reason. But you don't stop to think, oh wait, am I causing this suffering to myself? Am I the one doing this? And the answer is, yeah, you probably are. And that's where this saying comes from, God helps those who help themselves. So help yourself and realize that you can change your reality. So that's all I have to say for today. Thank you and goodbye.